Hi, welcome to my next video again. I am Professor Shivayogi Patil, retired uh, professor from an engineering college. I'm a trainer, NLP trainer, life coach, emotional intelligence coach, and happiness coach, corporate trainer, as well as soft skill trainer. So that is my introduction. So I am making this video to put forth some of the points. Today I wanted to discuss about happiness. What is happiness? How you can attain happiness? What are the things that will be obstacle for you to get the kind of happiness you want? So is happiness possible without anything? Without anything. See, here I wanted to emphasize a point. You already know it. A newborn child, a newborn child will always be happy, will always be happy because its mind is like a blank paper. Its mind is totally empty except few what you call it as when you purchase a computer, there will be an operating system. So God has installed some operating system. Except that operating system programs, its mind is totally empty. So it will be curious about everything. It will be curious about everything. Every new thing it sees, it expresses happiness. It's boundless happiness, I call it as. It will express enthusiasm, energy. See, a newborn healthy baby I'm talking about. If the baby is healthy, the kind of exuberance, the kind of energy, the kind of enthusiasm it expresses whenever it sees a new things or new person is boundless. So child will always be happy. It is because there are only three built-in fears in the child. Number one fear is fear of unknown. Of course, whenever something unknown person comes, it will fear. Fear of falling, that is the one of the things. Then fear of sound. If there is a big sound, so which may irritate him. So only these fears will be there in the minds of the that blank mind. These are the part of the operating system, we can say, of the mind of a child, a newborn child I'm talking about. So only due to these fears, it may become unhappy or it may cry. Another thing why when it cries means one is it when its stomach is hungry. So when it feels hunger. Second thing is when something irritates it. Maybe its dress, there may be, it may have urinated in its diaper, something like that. Whenever it gets some kind of irritation, it will cry. Otherwise, rest of the days you can see. So out of 24 hours, okay, if you leave 10 to 12 hours for its sleep, so then out of 8 hours, at least 7 hours it will be happy. But see the adults, out of if he gets 12 hours for his day-to-day activities, so he will be for 11 hours he will be unhappy because we have learned how to be unhappy. We have learned how to be unhappy during our upbringing from many things. It may be from our programming by our family, programming by, I have told you already what is programming. So whatever they say to me or say to us, that will recorded in our brain as a programs. So programming by society. So programming your relatives, etc., etc. A lot of them are negative programming. Therefore, we have learned to be unhappy. So most important thing is we have learned to be happy only when we get something. So in childhood, the parents will teach us that by learning to be happy only when they give chocolate to you, something like that. They give some toy to you. So it has been learned during our upbringing how to be happy, how to not to be happy, as well as when to be happy. So it has been programmed in our mind. So we feel that there should be some reason to be happy. Do we need some reason to be happy? My dear friends, we don't need any reason to be happy. Without any reason, we can be happy. How it is possible? And what is the advantage? That we have to look. How, instead of how it is possible, what is the advantage? My dear friends, our body is like a chemical factory. Our body is like a chemical factory. Our every thought we generate, we thought around, I'm considering an adult, we generate about 60,000 to 90,000 thoughts every day, and 85% of thoughts are negative. So for every negative thoughts, we generate negative feelings, which will be converted into negative emotions. Emotions are output of our feeling, and feelings are output of our thoughts. Try to understand this. This is very, very important. I will repeat it again. First, thoughts will be generated. That will be converted into feelings. Feelings will be converted into emotions. Emotions govern our behavior. That is the later part of it. So therefore, my dear friends, it is very important to understand our body is like a chemical factory, and there are n number of chemicals that are going to release whenever we think of something, and those chemicals in medical terms, they are called as the hormones. So there are good hormones, there are bad hormones. There is something called endorphin, there is something called dopamine, there is something called oxytocin, there is something called testosterone. These are called as the positive hormones. So there are n number of negative hormones also which harm our body, our mind. So I'm not going to discuss about those. I'm not name them. Frankly, I don't bother to remember those names. But the positive hormones are, that is the feel-good hormones are dopamine, endorphin, then the oxytocin, and then the testosterone. Of course, dopamine. When we eat food, we feel happy because of the dopamine. There are several foods which make us feel happy. For example, if there is an ice cream or gulab jamun, if whoever likes it, so that dopamine will be released. Then memory plays an important role in the release of endorphins. Endorphin is also feel good. Sometimes you remember something, a pleasant memory, then you feel, suddenly you start feeling good. So that is endorphin. Oxytocin, it is also very powerful. Normally it is generated when, especially it is for ladies, during their birth, it will be generated, because during their birth they have to undergo a lot of labor pain, which is the scientists say that it is 1,000 times more than any pain that is experienced by a man. So that kind of pain, how she tolerate is because of the release of oxytocins. Testosterone is also one of the, it will help us to remain in a healthy condition, or it will help us to remain in a healthy condition, testosterone. So testosterone deficiency, see, if you want to check your blood, then you can tell the doctor, test my testosterone level also. So if your testosterone level is good, then that means that you are healthy. And if your testosterone level is low, then you are a little bit unhealthy. So therefore, there are supplements. There are supplements to get dopamine. So if you go to a psychiatrist under the depressed condition, unhappy condition, then what they will give you is, they are giving the supplements of dopamine, supplements of endorphin, supplements of oxytocin, and supplements of this testosterone. So for physical health, testosterone is very, very important. So these are supplements available in the as a tablets. So a psychiatrist, testosterone is given by even general medicine. If you are inactive, if you feel something very tiring every day, then it may be testosterone deficiency. But tablet, you know already, allopathic tablet has its own effects. Therefore, let us not depend upon the tablets. Of course, I have gone all those things. I had a nervous breakdown. I will share my experience, why I learned NLP, why I learned happiness coaching and emotional intelligence coaching, and a lot of these things. And why I share, because sharing gives me happy. So now why I want to share all these things is, once I have undergone a nervous breakdown, which I will discuss in things, and I have gone through all these medications. So our main point of this discussion is why should we need a reason to be happy? Because if you want, if you're happy, if you are happy, then naturally these positive hormones will release and it will make you healthy, more and more healthy. Now, there is a question, how to be happy without any reason? So there is a simple thing. There is a simple thing. So what is the indication of happiness? Smile in your face and a big laugh, heart full of love. So even if you are depressed state, if you laugh, if you smile, naturally your hormonal secretion will be changed. Instantly change it is. Therefore, there are laughing cups. There are comedy shows to enhance the release of the feel-good hormones. Therefore, my dear friends, there is something called, there is a word in English that is called fake it till you make it. Fake it till you make it. The meaning is you can act happy to become happy. So just laugh. When you feel depressed, when you feel very nervous, very tiresome, then you think that you are a very good actor, you are in front of camera, a script is given, that your character is very happy and lucky go character, and you start acting as if you are very happy, smile, bring smile in your face. It is very difficult actually for a person like me because I am not an actor. So bring that happiness loudly and even your body gestures. You can see if you're depressed, if you see a depressed person, he is a sluggish body gesture with a dipped arm, this thing, and his face will be sullen face, you can say, or a pale face, or you can say, or a poker face, they call it as. So the body language of a happy person will be very different. The body language of the person who is under any type of negative feeling will be very different. So by changing your body language, by laughing, by smiling, so it is like acting. It is like acting. So normally actors will who live their roles, they will be very happy actually, because of their acting. So those kind of things will see. There is a connection between our psychology and physiology. So to make our psychology, we can change our physiology. Physiology means our body features, our body language, our smile, our hearty laugh, big laugh. So what you have seen in the laughing clubs. So that may change our psychology. Once our psychology is changed, once our mind perception is changed, then there will be natural secretion of feel-good hormones and we start feeling good. So try it. In whatever situation you may be in, depressive situation, you may be feeling guilt, shame, or anything. Try these things. Try imagine yourself to be an Oscar award winner actor, and you can smile, you can laugh like anything. Try it. So that is called fake it till you make it. So once you try and you make it, naturally your psychology will change, and naturally you start feeling happy. You'll make it. So that is the simplest way of feeling happy. Right now I'm feeling happy because I'm making this video, because teaching is my passion from last 25 years, was my passion. And I like now, since I'm a trainer, training has become my passion. Since I'm a coach, coaching I become passion. And the more knowledge I share, so I become happy. That's why I'm continuously making these videos, not because, okay, I may get monetary benefit. I will get monetary becomes when I start an online course, but to make me happy, to make me occupied, to make my mind full, to make my mind not to become restless, not to become idle, not to become, because idle mind is a devil's workshop. So I'm doing all these things because it makes me happy. So that's why I'm sharing these resources also, mind resources also. So to feel happy, you don't need anything. You just, without anything, without any getting something wants, or without any gifts, or without any reasons, we can be happy. So I will just share one this thing related to this. I think I lost it somewhere. Okay, I'll get it, no problem. It is there in my desktop. So just give me a few seconds. So I'll get it. Okay. Yes. Okay, my dear friends, I think I lost one slide was there. It was a slide of some monks, which always remain happy. So it is not that what you call enlightening slide. So happiness is a feeling which also resulted into emotion, and happiness can be attained just by changing your physiology, laughing it out loud, laughing your problems loud. So that is also one kind of. See, there are something called, okay, there are, if you have watched the Sadhguru's videos, this happiness kind of things, he categorizes into something. One is peace of mind, that is the beginning of the happiness. Second is blissfulness. So third is joy. Fourth is ecstasy. These are the several stages of happiness. So remember, first is what I call it as a blissful state. Nemmadiyinda irodu. That is the blissful state. Second state is, okay, sorry. First one is peace of mind. Peace of mind is divide of any negative thoughts. Idu nemmadiyinda irodu, we can call it as. Second is, of course, the blissfulness. So, for example, a monk or a sadhu sits in a blissful mode. So you cannot recognize anything happening in his mind. So there are no negative thoughts in our mind. There may be positive thoughts, but it is not showing in his face. So that is the blissfulness. Next thing is joy. So joy is an elevated state of happiness. When you get what you want. For example, in foods, if kids are given ice cream or a gulab jamun or something like that, what they like, they become joyful. So that is enough for them to become joy. But for adults, that is not enough. Okay, of course, we become joyful, but it is a very temporary joy. Once that ice cream or gulab jamun is over, then again we return to the same old mood of what we call it as a unhappiness, because we are already programmed to be unhappy during our. We have become happy only on conditions, only on conditions, you can say, because even to expect something to get to become happy is like a condition. So don't live your life on conditions. So there is a saying called, don't make love on conditions. Similarly, don't live your life on conditions. Don't postpone your happiness because of some conditions. So be happy every day. So every morning when you wake up, change your physiology, smile first. So make yourself feel like you are top of the world. Today I am going to conquer everything. Everything comes on in my way. Something, that kind of feeling you generate in your mind, and you may have a big laugh also on your bed when you wake up. So you test it. You change your, suddenly your mood will be changed. So normally what we do in wake up means, this day will go. ಯಾರ ಮುಖ ನೋಡಿದನೋ ಇವತ್ತಿನ ದಿನ ಹೇಗೆ ಕಳೆಯುತ್ತೋ ಆ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನೋ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಈ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ. So there are things we wake up in a state which is not very complimentary for our happiness. So try to practice waking happy. So by starting from a smile, starting from your physiology, starting from your everything that you get from happy. So that whole day, there is every possibility that that whole day will be happier, you will be smiling. Because my dear friends, if you can expect smile from others, you need to be smiling first. So if you want happiness from others, first you should be happy. Because on seeing your face only, the people you meet should feel happiness. Should feel happiness. So happiness, if it is mixed with kindness, then there is no boundless to. It becomes a very noble thing. Happiness plus kindness will become very noble thing. So my dear friends, remember two things to become happy. First thing is gratitude. I will discuss about gratitude. Gratitude is again a big chapter. So gratitude is one such feeling. You will be grateful for many things in life. You will be grateful for many things in your life. You will be grateful to your parents because they have done all the things what you have done for your upbringing. So you must be grateful to your parents. You should be grateful to many of our family members. You should be grateful to your society because the society contribution is also there for your growth. Then you should be grateful to this nature. Because of the nature and all those forces, all those plant kingdom, all those animal kingdom, they have been created to complement to your existence. Therefore, you should be happy. You should be grateful to everything. You should be grateful to sun. You should be grateful to moon because they are doing their duty with utmost precision, so that you don't feel anything to anything negative. Okay, so best thing is to be happy. First thing is practice gratitude. You can make a journal of gratitude. So list down all the people you have met till today and your day to day, and remember what they have done something positive to you, and write it down. Write it down, all the positive things they have done. You can keep separate pages also, because your father needs a separate page, your mother needs a separate page, some of the relatives may need a separate page, some of your co-workers need a separate page, and some people you accidentally meet, they may be in a small half page or quarter page, and try to journal it. See, why I am telling you to write it down means, writing is one thing which is kinesthetic in nature. Whatever you write, that will create a feeling in you, that create a happiness in you, that create a feeling of gratitude in you. So try to write what you are. Just start with your father. What all the things he has done, what are the sacrifices he has done for your good. Don't write negative things. Don't bother about negative. Throw away all those negative. What you feel negative, those are not. Your father and mother cannot do anything negative to you. Of course, unconsciously, unwillingly, and unknowingly, they might have programmed you in negatively, but that is not their fault. So that is the only negative thing they might have done. So throw away those things, negative things. They are obstacle to your happiness. Only positive things what you have done. So once you return all those things about your father, naturally the feeling of gratitude will arise in you. You will be happy. How lucky I am to have that father. So that kind of father. That kind of, okay, mother first. That kind of mother. So what she has done for those 9 months. So what sacrifice she has done. Ask her. Ask her. Write it down in the journal. So by frequently referring this journal, if they have any type of negative feeling about his father, you generally don't have, you will not have any negative feeling. If you are angry for a moment on your father or mother because they don't agree for some of your wish, so in this situation, when you are angry, You can refer to the general, the anger will disappear. See what they have done for you. You should be grateful. So write a gratitude. It is called as gratitude journal. It is one of the beautiful part and my most favorite part in NLP. Gratitude journal. It will change your life forever. Then think about other things. This nature has contributed to your growth. So this because of this nature, you are existing. Because of oxygen, you are breathing. Because of other gases, you are in this healthy condition. Because of plants, you are getting food. Because of animals, you are getting milk. So everything in the universe is contributing to your growth, and you are behaving as if you are like a supreme creature on this earth. So everything is made up for you. No, 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 nothing has been made up for you. Everything is their own existence. Plant has its own existence, own life. The animals have, even the ant, the smallest creature. Of course, their life can't complement to your life, but that is different. They have not, their life is completely different. So therefore, my dear friends, see, try to express gratitude for everything, every kind of things you need to nature, plants, animals, and all. Then only you will feel the gratitude of you will feel the happiness. With this video, I'm going to conclude, and I will continue in the next video. So thank you for your active listening.